Around the room, looking good. Any questions or anything we've gone over so far? Alright. Looking good, looking good. We're going to go a little arm bar tilt from here. We can again start from a breakdown. Continue to work on the breakdown if you want, but I'm not going to make you do it necessarily. From here, when I'm looking for my arm bar, or whenever you can get a wrist, you want a wrist, okay? But this guy, he's pretty smart. If he feels me trying to get his wrist, he's just going to either extend it or roll his wrist so he puts it out of reach. Okay, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. So if you get a wrist, say you want to roll it under and go into a turn from there. But, so I want you coming under here looking for wrist. Bottom guy, he's going to straighten that arm and he's not going to give it to you. Okay, as soon as he straightens this arm or rolls his wrist, here, this is when I got to lock it down. And what I mean by locking it down is I'm hopping out to the side and I'm locking this wrist down. It's already straight. Okay, I don't have to use my muscles, I'm not using any energy. He already straightened it for me. So all I'm doing is I'm coming out and I'm locking it. From here, I'm going to take away all his strength, okay? Once I lock it down, boom. I don't care how strong the guy is, when you take your head and put in his shoulder, okay, it's going to take away all his strength. You're not going to pull his arm back. It's locked down over here. I got my head here. And I like to take my other hand and put it over here, either on his hip or post it on the mat so he can't scoop and wiggle his hips or get out over there. So, looking for wrist. Here, he straightens it. Boom, lock that down. Hop out to the side. Guys, don't be afraid. You can come way out towards his head. He's not going anywhere. Trust me. I have guys who want to like stay behind him and they're worrying about getting out towards his head. Don't stay here. I really don't have a ton of pressure on him. But when I come out here, towards the further you come out towards his wrist, the more pressure is on this guy's shoulder, the easier it's going to be to roll his wrist and then bring that arm back and get your arm bar. So we're here. Once I'm here, I want to keep something out towards his head. I'm going to kind of use my head and roll his shoulder. I'm going to use my wrist. I'm going to roll his wrist forward until I get his palm facing the ceiling. Okay, once I get his palm facing the ceiling, I take away all this guy's strength. He's still pretty strong right here. I don't know if I'm on this side, I could do it here, but once I roll this here, now I really have full control over this guy's arm. Okay, I can pick it up, I can do whatever I want with it, but once I roll it, I'm picking it up. I'm going to keep pressure with my head. I'm going to walk, 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 sink this in nice and deep, and guys, drop your chest down and lock it down. You did all that work to get this arm bar. Don't just come back here, walk, put it up here by his back, and then he limp arms out, or we lose it after all that work we did. We did every little thing right and just messed up on one little thing. Drop your chest down so you lock that arm bar here on his back. So we're here, locking it, turn out towards his head, elevate, walk, walk, walk. As you walk, slowly sink it in, elbow to elbow, right here, okay? From here, we can run an arm bar from this side. I know Coach Burnett is real good at like running an arm bar over here or half over here. What we're going to do, maybe you guys will go over that later, is I'm going to hop out to the side. I'm going to let some pressure. The first time I'm going to let you have pressure and let this guy come up off his hips. As he comes up, okay, as he comes up, I'm dipping my shoulder and I'm looking for that far arm and catching this wrist, okay? Guys, the reason we did all those tilts up to this point, again, we're going to do the same thing. My knee in front of his knee. I'm going forward, forward, forward with this. I'm going to elevate this near leg, okay? And he can post that arm up. He can do whatever he wants, but honestly, there's no way he's going to be able to stop you from rolling him up and getting this tilt again. Same thing we've been doing. Foot on the mat, knee to the ceiling, pinching, hips, okay? Elevate, keeping this guy nice and tight in my pocket, okay? All right, so we got him down. Looking for a wrist, looking for a wrist. He straightens it, boom. As soon as he straightens it, lock that down. This hand, post it on the mat. Hop out to the side. I could probably pick it up and put it on his back. I like to really, if I can roll that wrist, now I really have all his strength out of this arm. So I'm going to pick it up, keep that head right in his shoulder. Walk, 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 walk. Place it right here on his back. Drop that chest, make a muscle, and cinch that arm bar in nice and tight. From here, I'm going to hop out to the side. I'm going to let a little bit of pressure off him. As he comes up, boom, dip that shoulder, look for that far arm, pull it nice and tight. Same thing we've been doing with our tilts all day, all night tonight. Knee in front of his knee. This back leg, and let's move a little bit. This leg, good. Okay. Boom, knee in front of his knee here. This leg, trail leg, this mirror leg right here, I'm gonna elevate. I'm gonna go forward, 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 bring him over this knee. Nice and tight in my pocket. Foot on the mat, pull it nice and tight. Pinch my knees together and elevate. Okay? Right here. You guys want to see it again? One last time, one angle, we'll go this side over here. Turn here, good. Walking, boom, boom, boom. Locking it down, popping over. Let a little bit of pressure. As soon as he comes up here. Now guys, if he goes flat, it's gonna be the same thing. He can go back down, okay? He doesn't have to be up at his base to run it. Although I do want to take my knee, kind of the same thing we did with that last tilt. This knee goes right in his side. I'm gonna pull him over this knee, lift his hips kind of up off the mat, forward, forward, elevate, okay? Same thing we've been doing here, pinching and elevate. So you can run it from flat. If the guy drops down flat, he gets nervous or he feels it coming, I think he can stop it. You can still do the same thing if you go forward, that forward pressure, bottom knee in his side, and elevate the leg, and you get every time. Any questions? You guys are good. All right, let's go try. Ready? 1, 2.